In a nation built on dreams, built on freedom, and the promise of opportunity, millions of people grew up believing that if they worked hard, played by the rules, gave their best years to society, they would be taken care of. But for so many elderly Americans today, that promise is broken. They are not living their golden years in peace. They are not surrounded by comfort, or family, or respect. Instead, many are alone. Many are struggling. Many are simply surviving. These are the people who raised children, served in wars, paid their taxes, and built our cities brick by brick. They were once the heartbeat of America, and now, far too many of them are invisible. This is not just a sad story. This is not an isolated issue. This is a silent epidemic, one that hides behind closed doors, behind soft smiles, and empty mailboxes. This is a wake-up call. Because if a society is measured by how it treats its elders, what does that say about us? These are the real problems faced by older people in America today, and it's time we listen. It's time we see them. Loneliness is a slow, silent pain that most people don't see. Many seniors go days, even weeks, without hearing their own name. No phone calls, no visits, no one checking in, just quiet. And the longer it lasts, the more it hurts. It's not just loneliness, it's neglect, wrapped in silence. And they don't need luxury. They need proper medication, consistent checkups, someone to notice when something feels wrong. But for many, even getting to the doctor is a challenge. Transportation is scarce, costs are high, insurance is confusing, and too often, they suffer in silence until it's too late. Many older Americans now live on fixed incomes that barely cover the cost of simply existing. After paying rent, groceries, electricity, and medications, there's often nothing left at the end of the month. Not for leisure, not for hobbies, not for comfort, just survival. And the choices they face are heartbreaking. Some must decide between keeping the heat on during a freezing night or filling a life-saving prescription. Others ration their meals, cutting back to one small dish a day, just to make the food stretch until next week. Many dreamt of peace in their retirement, of sunny mornings, reading the paper, of resting in the garden, of seeing grandkids more often than bill collectors. But that's not how it turned out. Today, countless seniors are returning to work, not because they want to, but because they can't afford not to. You'll see them pushing carts at grocery stores, serving coffee behind diner counters, watching over school crossings. They gave this country their best years, and now they count every dollar, just to survive another. Not all pain is visible. Not all suffering leaves scars you can see. In the quiet corners of this country, in nursing homes, in tiny apartments, in forgotten back bedrooms, millions of elderly Americans are living lives of quiet desperation. These aren't strangers. These are our parents, our grandparents, our war veterans, our retired teachers, mechanics, homemakers, the ones who once held our hands when we were afraid. Now it's them who are afraid. Afraid to speak up, afraid they'll be punished, or worse, ignored. Some spend their days in facilities where the staff is too overworked to notice their needs, where a simple request, a sip of water, a bathroom break, can go unanswered for hours, where they sit in soiled clothes, staring out the window, watching the world go by without them. In some places, they aren't just neglected, they are abused. Bruises hidden beneath sleeves, words that cut deeper than fists, rough hands, cold voices, doors slammed, lights left off. In places meant to offer care, they find cruelty. In homes meant to provide safety, they find silence. And for some, the abuse isn't physical, it's financial. Caregivers, neighbors, even their own children, slowly siphoning their savings. It starts with small things. Let me help you with the bank. Just sign this form. It's for your bills. But before they realize it, their entire life's work is gone. Their retirement, stolen. Their security, erased. And they say nothing, because they're too proud, too ashamed, or too convinced that no one will believe them. The truth is, we've taught them that their voices don't matter anymore, that after a certain age they're invisible. And what's worse, many of us don't even see this as a crisis. But it is. This is not an isolated issue. This is not rare. It is silent. It is widespread. And it's happening right now, behind walls and inside homes in every part of America. Some of them are cared for with love, yes, but far too many are not. They go to sleep with stomachs half full, wrapped in blankets they bought decades ago, surrounded by silence and the echo of memories. All they want is to feel safe, to be seen, to be heard. Not pitied, respected. Not pampered, protected. They gave us everything, and now we give them barely enough to survive. This isn't aging with dignity. This is aging in fear. And unless we speak up, unless we show up, this silent abuse will keep growing, one forgotten elder at a time. Look closer, listen harder, because the cries are quiet, but they are. Everywhere. This isn't just their story. This is our story, our country, our people, our elders, and we have a choice. We can turn away. We can scroll past. We can shake our heads in sympathy and do nothing. Or we can look closer. We can listen harder. We can ask the questions no one wants to ask. We can confront the truths no one wants to face. Because the cries may be quiet, but they are everywhere. Behind apartment doors, in nursing homes, in church pews, at grocery stores, even across the dinner table. And the truth is, it doesn't take much to make a difference. Call your grandparents. Check on your neighbor. Sit and listen, really listen to the stories they carry. Volunteer your time. Help someone with a ride, a meal, a kind word. Be the reason someone feels seen today. And beyond the personal, push for change. Support elder care funding. Demand accountability. Speak out when you see neglect. Vote for dignity. Because one day, we will all be in their place. We will sit in their chairs. We will walk their quiet road. We will pray someone will see us. So don't wait. Be that someone. Today. Not out of guilt, not out of charity, but out of justice, out of shared humanity. Because if we are lucky, we will all grow old, and we will remember those who showed up. They gave us everything. Their youth, their labor, their wisdom, their faith in a future they would never fully see. They built the roads we drive on, taught the lessons we live by, fought the wars that shaped the world, stacked the bricks that built our homes, and held our hands when we were too small to stand on our own. And now, we are standing. But where are we when they need us? We speak of progress, of modern miracles, of a nation that leads the world. But how can we claim greatness while our elders suffer in silence? How can we celebrate the future if we abandon the hands that carried us here? This isn't about money. This isn't about politics. It's about humanity. Because behind every forgotten elder is a story that mattered. A teacher, a nurse, a father, a grandmother, a factory worker, a soldier, a dreamer. They carried this country when it was heavy. Now they carry bags of pills, unpaid bills, and the weight of being invisible. And yet, they still smile, still try, still hope. Hope that maybe someone will sit beside them. Hope that maybe someone will call. Hope that maybe this country will remember them before it's too late. Because if we forget them, we forget who we are. We forget that the measure of a society is not how it treats the powerful, but how it honors the vulnerable. We forget that one day, not far from now, we too will slow down. We too will ache. We too will want to be seen, heard, valued. So what kind of America will we leave behind? One that says, "You had your time, now step aside." Or one that says, "Thank you, now let us carry you." Let us be clear, this is not charity. This is not pity. This is justice. Justice for the millions who gave, and only ask not to be discarded. Justice for the mothers who sang us to sleep, and now sleep cold and alone. Justice for the men who built railroads and skyscrapers, and now can't afford a ride to the doctor. Justice for the women who made homes and held communities together, and now wait in line for food. They are not asking for luxury, they are asking for dignity, and that we owe them. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. Because the America they built should be the America that cares for them. because the hands that once lifted us up should never be left empty. If this message touched your heart, please like this video, leave us a comment, and subscribe to our channel, The Human Lens. And don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss another real story that matters.